All right.
I'm just
Fine
feeding
by
my
me.
cat chicken nuggets.
Don't do
Do
that.
they?
She didn't eat it. She's a loser anyway.
David, today you might have to like pull my sheet up and stuff like that for me.
That's
I'm
funny.
sorry.
That makes you think that
I'm sorry.
I've been
Oh, she
leveling your
took it.
character for you this whole
Alright.
time. I don't have your sheet. Are you crazy? I've got some of your numbers. That'll have to do for you.
Alrighty. Fuck. That's gonna be interesting.
You should have
Okay.
kept your sheet in that Google Docs that we could all access.
Do we have one of those?
No.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, because if we do, I'm totally doing that.
That's my sheets.
That's on paper, baby.
Yeah.
Google paper? Is that where
I have a lot of
Paper.
I have a lot of scribble out because I'm sad that my health went down.
Alright, so I know I'm at 41 health, I think.
Wrong.
Wrong. Okay.
Absolutely. You've got 40. You were very
30.
close, but you have to be exact. One hit
Yes,
point can make a
okay.
difference.
At least you have that, and at least you have
I apologize. My
Luna.
reaction was maybe a
Luna
bit too over the top.
It was perfectly appropriate. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
He
You
did
have
get kicked
Luna
off a
sheet,
cliff.
so that's nice.
You got kicked off a cliff. I'm not sure how much damage that was.
No, I already took that damage. That's why I'm at 40.
1 point.
Well,
1
this
point
is
of hiya.
we're at episode number 25 now. This one's called Creepy Crawlers. That was an old product from when I was a kid that was like an easy bake oven.
But way better. But
yeah.
you couldn't eat them though.
You can't, but you
Yeah,
can't
I-
eat the stuff that comes out of it.
I remember
There was an
hearing
edible
about those.
version. You could make gummies.
I didn't
Oh,
eat
that's right.
mine.
They did release those later. I forgot about that. You are correct.
It's not about that though. I would say, just as a note to anybody that might be watching this, Jason's computer's in trouble, and so if he looks
Yeah.
like he's like defying time, he is.
Yep.
The radioactivity coming out of his computer is distorting space-time in his home. It's causing him to speed
Yep.
up and slow down in real life. Last time, the group came to the oasis town called Cray, a very small village that's up on top of a butte in the Tarsarian desert that is meant to have a little watery oasis with little plants growing on and a few families living there that are taking care of travelers as they come through when they're going from New Sanctum to Kyrenia or the other way around. When you all got there, after figuring out how to climb up, which took a little bit, you found that the village itself was deserted. The oasis plants were all gone, and the water was gone from the basin that it's usually stored in. None of the people were in their homes. It looks like they had left very suddenly. None of their food was there. And Hajate made the deduction that what happened here must have been what happened at the outpost that you saw earlier, that the fabled bugs must have attacked and caused the people to flee or who knows what. After that, you had to try to get back down from the top of the butte, which took longer than going up the one side because there was a series of underground tunnels between the village and your destination that made it getting to the ground floor very difficult. So we sort of created a system between using different spells or throwing cauldrons, variety of different techniques. Kriv was a giant goat for a lot of it. that eventually got everybody back down to the ground floor in an attempt to see where the pitfalls might exist in the sand in front of you. Hajite moved forward in the direction that you guys are moving towards, cast a shatter spell, and revealed a section of these underground tunnels, collapsed the sand in to show where they were. But the added effect of that was to alert the creatures living inside of the tunnels, causing you to see little tentacled phalanges, appendages, antennae coming up out of the ground around you, which eventually led to the emergence of very large creatures. These are types of bugs. If you could imagine for yourself what size do I want to compare it to? Maybe like the size of a hippopotamus, but a sort of squishy centipede sort of coils around and digs itself out of the sand. Rather than having two large pincers on the front of its mouth, it just has these long, probing tentacles that just sort of feel on the ground around it and touch the air and sniff around everywhere. So those will all climb up out of the ground in front of you, and where we'll start off today is with an initiative roll.
Running away.
Unnatural 20.
All right, let's keep the bad luck rolling. Natural 1.
All right.
Ooh, hot.
I also have unnatural 20.
Unnatural or a natural?
Unnatural.
All right, sweet.
So that'll be with my
14.
proficiency. That'll be 3 for me. Yikes!
Okay. And then we
Let's
have
go, boy.
Luna, of course, has to go after you.
Poor Luna.
Let's do a roll for Shell.
Shit.
Ooh, perfect.
she looks at me and she's like, growls at me like, why are you so bad at this?
All right, let's take a look. So I've created for us a little battle map here. There is a small section of the underground tunnels that have been revealed, where Hajite cast the shatter spell. So you can see where there's a little area where the sand has caved in, and you can see where there are underground tunnels in that spot. You can assume that there are more of them around you, all around this area. These little squiggly purple shapes are the aforementioned giant centipede monsters. So, to start out, Shell got a natural 20.
Awesome.
Oh, that's the baby.
Which means that she will be acting before anyone.
Smart.
Her first move, let's see. Every time Shell has to do something, I have to try to get myself into the headspace of Shell. The giant bird that hate loves so many people.
Definitely hates me.
I think at this juncture, probably Shell is just going to kind of back up a little bit. Whatever's going on is a bit too much. So let's just try to stay separated. See who starts winning, maybe, in that case. And then start joining whoever's on the winning side. Okay, so we've got Kriv and Ravi, who have tied on a 20 on initiative. Which one of you would like to go first?
Do you have a preference, Kriv?
You can if you've got something.
Sure. I'm going to do what all good clerics do, and pray our Please help me protect my friends. And I will cast as an action my faithful sword, and as my bonus action, I will summon the shield upon myself, especially now that I am more wounded than usual.
Where do you want this sword?
Uh, kind of split the distance between me and the snake. Centipede
Okay.
thing.
We'll pop it right there.
That works.
So you summon out the Freyor's greatsword. It hovers there spectrally in between you and this giant centipede. And then you cast Faith Shield on yourself. Is there anything else you want to do? Do you want to move from your current position?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Kriv, what would you like to do?
Can I really quick get like a distance idea here? Like how far away?
Are you able to see the grid?
Yes.
I would say every square on the grid represents about 5 feet.
Okay.
So if we want to say how far away, for instance, you are from the nearest centipede, you'd be approximately 45 feet away.
Okay.
Question. What's the red thing all the way to the bottom?
That's Shell.
Oh, that shell. Okay.
Can I? Ooh, okay. Just so I'm aware, does using a wild shape slot count as like a concentration spell essentially? Would that break it? I feel like I've asked this.
No, not necessarily.
Okay. I'm going to just start big with Call Lightning. Because it
Okay.
lasts a while.
Call lightning, you say?
Yes.
Where do you want to put that?
I'm figuring if it has a 60-foot radius, I should be able to catch 2 in one, right?
Let's see.
No.
I'm going to try something crazy here. So a 60-foot radius would be, each one of these is 20, it would be 3 squares across. So let's say there's a cloud kind of like this, yeah? This
Yeah.
is your call lightning effect.
Okay. Because it says
So-
it's...
We can put that cloud in a number of different places. So we could try to center it on somebody, or we could try to see if we can finagle a couple people into one. Maybe catch just the glimpse, the corners of them. What would you
Are
prefer?
we? Question. Are we like seeing all these tentacles at the same time, or is it just the one in front of us?
They all come crawling out of the ground. Slowly at first, but then once they break through, they kind of pull the rest of their body along with them.
Okay. Gotcha.
Let's try, because I don't believe I can move this. I can just pick different points that it strikes. Kind of around... I don't know how quite to describe this. Catching the one that's closest to us, but like with the bulk of the circle, maybe like down a little bit. Because I'm figuring they'd come closer to us probably. I can't see them having a ton of ranged attacks.
Sure. So you think somewhere
So-
around like maybe here, maybe a little further?
Yeah, probably about where you just were, like keeping that one for sure in it.
Okay. So that one's holding these 4 squares right here, so it's technically within the range of that spell.
And I will... I assume I get to strike on the first one. Yes.
Okay.
So I know that I'll only strike towards that one guy right now.
And that should be a dexterity saving throw for that big bug.
Yes.
All right. So, good news. It's going to fail its saving throw.
Cool.
So you'll do
3d10 damage.
full damage. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is. Gotta pick a bunch of colors really fast. Because I can't remember multiple numbers at once. Here we go. 877.
That's not bad. I'll give you 22.
Pretty good. Because I don't add anything, correct? That's just for attack part.
It's at 85%. Let's go.
Okay, so a bolt of lightning, purple lightning, will streak out of that cloud that forms up in the air in that area and strike that crawling centipede. It won't make a noise. It doesn't have the vocal cords to scream or like cry out in pain. It'll just kind of curl, especially in that little section, make a little tight coil, and you'll see the legs there just kind of bunch up, at least for a second, while it gets shocked before it tries to start moving again. Anything else we want from Kriv?
Where am I? So you said I was like 45 feet from him.
Yep. Round about that much.
For really no reason whatsoever, I'll just go move the like 10 feet up to be even with Ravi and Hajite, I think that is.
All right.
Just cause.
I think that's a safe move. We do have tunnels about, so we have to be careful. Okay. Hajite will be the next one to act. So we got big nasty bugs everywhere. Lightning storms attacking them. A spectral sword. Our people doing magic are doing magic. What would you like to do?
Sounds like the trend is doing magic. I don't want to run up to it yet. Sounds dangerous.
I got a question. With all the thaumaturgy, is it?
Thaumaturgy?
That Rabbit did. Do we like have a pinpoint on where it's actually secure to walk towards to?
He hasn't cast that spell in this area yet. When he does, it can only last for a minute.
Okay, so we literally don't know around us what space is a safe space.
Nope. Except for that little spot there in between all of those bugs.
Exactly, like that's the only place. Like that's the safe spot, or that's the tunnel.
That's where tunnels are.
Okay. Ooh, that's gonna be spicy. Okay.
But it's not Iverstan's turn.
So I think I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on it.
Okay. Got some save and throw palooza going on. Dissonant Whispers is a
Rolling
wisdom
not so
save.
good.
Let's hope it's not very wise. Ooh.
Oh, smart bug.
Not smart enough. So you send out a discordant melody. Bad music.
Bad. 10.
All right. Only the creature can hear you when you cast a spell, but you'll see it sort of writhe in pain. It kind of squirms. Squirm is a very accurate term in this case. And it'll kind of roll over, kick its legs around, twist, All those tentacles will go into a frenzy all around its face. Anything else you'd like to do, Hajite?
No, I think I want to stay in the same area. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So let's see here.
Is it bug time?
It is bug time. The one that is closest to you is going to burrow under the ground. You'll see another one dig its way onto the ground. A third one, since they don't really have any reason to be afraid of the tunnels, they have total control over moving through the dirt, is going to start crawling its way towards you. And a fourth one will do the same. Then we'll go to Arvistan.
Okay. What's the distance between me and that guy all the way behind, next to the cloud?
This big old bug?
Is it more than 150 feet?
It's not more than 150.
No.
Not more than 120 either.
That. So.
It's about 90 feet, if you really need to know the exact distance.
So it's safe. I won't be in disadvantage to shoot my arrow. But the other one is burrowed underneath. I'm gonna stay where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Not all of us cluster. I'm gonna. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, I'm gonna use spike growth, my trap, as an action, and I'm
Spike
gonna
growth.
put it towards the right side of Chris.
So let's take a look at spike growth.
It's an action.
This
It's
is the point where
20 feet.
just curious about its radius. So
Spike
20
growth,
foot radius.
spike grab. It's 20 feet radius.
Okay. And where are you wanting that?
I want it towards the right side. Actually, towards the left side to Hashote. A little bit like diagonally from her, on top of her.
Like up here?
A little bit lower.
Let me get a better color on this.
Yeah, perfect. There.
Okay. So a 20 foot
And-
radius, we're looking at something about that big.
Yes. And that'll be my turn. And I send Luna to move next to Chris.
Okay. I'll just do a quick check.
Sorry, next to Hashote, not next to Chris. Oh! I saw that.
You're gonna
I don't
see
think
it.
anyone looked with their eyes.
There are certain limitations.
Yeah, so
We're able
that's we safe right there. All right,
Don't.
that'll be it for me and Luna's turn.
You can look if you want. I don't think you'll be able to memorize the map as quickly as it takes to pop it up and put it down. Just know that they're everywhere.
Says you.
Tunnels all over the place. If you're taking screenshots, somebody's cheating. Okay, Shell's back up. Shell's going to stay put until something happens. So far, there's been a lightning strike and people making magic happen all over the place, as far as Shell's concerned. So we'll go to Ravi.
Well then, I'm assuming I don't see the ground moving underneath me, nothing like that.
No.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to cast the spell Aid upon myself, Hazote, and Kriv. And that just gives everyone 5 temporary hit points.
Okay.
I will move forward then 10, that looks like 10. 10 feet, but not inside the trap, so I'd be about just short of that line that kind of cutting through the green right there. Right there, yep.
Okay.
And then I will bring my sword back, like, to my side.
All right. Next to you like this or in front of you?
In front of me.
Okay. Let's take a quick peek and make sure you didn't just step yourself into a tunnel. You did. Bye, Ravi.
Perfect.
Cool.
Seeing as how I would have moved first, could I bring my sword back underneath the sand with me?
Yeah. The
Okay.
sword is not beholden to falling through pits. It's not standing on the ground.
Yep.
So you just kind of pull it through. And, it doesn't really go through walls, but because you can fall through, you can get the sword to go through also.
Gotcha.
So that sword will also go down. So Ravi steps forward. He casts his blessing on Kriv and Hajate. He puts a hand on either of your shoulders and prays to Freyr to grant you each additional strength. And then he holds his mace in front of him and closes his eyes. He mutters a little silent prayer to himself, and then he steps forward and disappears and falls into a hole. Next is Kriv's turn.
One, I think I didn't fully understand the call lightning. Nothing I did was incorrect, but I didn't understand the summoning thing. You summon it in the point you pick is in a cylinder above yourself, and then it has a range of 120 feet from there.
Okay. So let's
I
take a
still would
look.
have been able to hit that guy, but technically it's above me. I don't know why it necessarily matters how high above me, because they're not flying, but
120
it's
feet goes out.
it has
from
a
you.
60-foot radius.
So let's put it on you and all your friends. And we've got a 60-foot radius, which should be 12 squares or 3 big squares away from you.
Because it says it's centered on a point you can see 100 feet directly above you.
So it comes out about this wide around.
Okay. So it still would have hit that first one.
Yep.
Okay. Can I try to reach down to Ravi? That was right in front of me.
It was in front of you. Do you want to move to close to where Ravi fell? So you haven't been in the tunnel yet.
Yeah.
You don't have any idea how deep it is or how far down Arbstan and Ravi fell when they fell initially. Or if even that depth is the same as the depth in other parts of the tunnel. Maybe they go down, slope down in certain areas further, or they're closer to the surface.
I think I would have to step to what I see is the edge of it, at least, wherever he fell. To try to look to see if I can just try to hoist him up or what.
So he took one more step forward from here. So you'll stand there. We'll do a quick check to make sure you don't fall in. You'll be all right. From this position, you don't see anything different. The tunnels and the sand that falls into them, it's like he falls into quicksand, and then it just resettles itself.
It doesn't collapse.
No. The shatter spell was able to collapse all the sand into itself, but falling through it, it just kind of the piece that he stands on falls in, and then other sand around it kind of reforms into that area where that sand disappeared.
Okay.
You step up there to look. Um, you can assume that the sand right in front of you would collapse if you were to put any weight on it. You know that
Yeah.
Ravi fell right there.
Is there? I don't even know if that would be helpful. Is there any way to try to like shove rope down where I know he fell,
What plan would you? I
or is that
mean,
just
uh, I'm not going to say that there's not, but I need to hear, you know, how would you want to do that?
like if I don't know if it's too much to do all at once or whatever, but like tie it around my waist or something and try to like I don't know if I like maybe put it over where I know he fell and try to like poke it down with my quarterstaff, so I'm not like standing over it
With the
or
course,
leaning into it.
so the bare rope, you just kind of put there, assuming you're holding onto the other end or you have it, attached to yourself in some way.
Yeah.
Um, how much of the rope? Do you just put the edge of the rope there and then try to poke that end down? Do you put most of the rope there and try to poke that down?
Well,
how
I
much
have.
exactly?
I would do like at least a small pile because I have a good amount of rope. I have 100 feet of rope.
Okay. As long as you're putting chunk, like a coiled up hose worth of rope there,
Yeah.
that's going to have its own weight. And with the added benefit of you kind of poking it, you take your quarterstaff out and you kind of shove it down a little bit. You'll be able to see it going through. It doesn't go quite as quick as Ravi, just kind of disappeared into it. But a couple of those pokings, you could see that it does get kind of buried. You don't know how far down exactly it went, but the amount that you have up top is whatever you had connected to you, and then a line that just goes right into the dirt.
Okay.
The rest of the rope is either right there under the surface or went all the way down.
Okay, and then it might be completely useless, but if I can just call out something really quick, I would
Sure.
just call out, Ravi, if you can hear me, please tug that before you start, like, climbing. So I don't just, like, get caught unawares and, like, face plant back into the same hole and then we're both in the tunnels. Is my reasoning.
Okay. No problem. Let's go to. Is that it for Kriv? I should ask.
I think that's the absolute max of what I can do.
You could
I can't
potentially
reach
move
anyone.
more if that's what you wanted to do.
Oh, I could try to back up a little bit.
Okay, how much?
Not super far, but so
Where Hajite is, where Luna is? Arvistan?
no, maybe to just where Hashote is.
Okay.
But I walked that before, right? So in theory,
Robbie
like-
was standing right in that spot before he moved, so you know that he's
Okay.
not going to fall through there. We just lose
And I
Jason for a second.
and I walked up from kind of where Arvistan is. Okay, so in theory, I should be able to back up later, maybe. We'll see.
Who knows?
I bet you know.
Kind of. I mean, I'm seeing what you're seeing.
I know.
All right.
I'm back.
There he is. Better than ever. Hajite is next. So 2 centipedes went down. Some rope went down. Ravi went down. His sword went down. There's a big storm cloud above you. Arvistan made some spikes right there, I guess. What do you want to do?
Spikies. I can't remember some of my distances, so I'm trying to pull them up, but it's taking a minute. Because I also had an update before, so everything's like, meh.
What spell are we thinking about?
I was looking at perhaps I wanted to cast another attack, but I feel like the one like straight ahead of us is too far for Thunder Wave.
Yeah, gonna
It's
be
like
too far for
in
that.
front of you type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking I could cast. I was just looking at a couple of those, and I don't think I have any. Maybe Shatter would reach that distance, but I'd really cause some destruction.
It would show you where the tunnels are.
In a horrible way, and now Robbie's on me.
Don't know where exactly Robbie is. We have an idea
Just
of where
drown
he could
him in
be.
sand. Just sand drown him. Okay. Ew, we gotta be careful about the ground. Would I reasonably think that Thunder Wave would cause something below ground?
Yeah, the 15-foot cube would mean that it extends out 15 feet in front of you, and then from the center of that point, 15 feet out to the sides, and then up and down would also make the cube. So it's going to have a bit higher than where you are, and a bit that goes below the ground.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. I think at the moment I'll cast True Strike on myself to, hopefully help with a better roll when the one gets closer.
Right.
But also, assumedly, if I see Crib starting to step back, would I be able to, at that point, like, aid in Crib not falling into the hole?
Let's see. True Strike is going to take your action. If you want to help Kriv, that would also be an action.
That would have
you
been
could
an
do
action.
One or the other.
Okay. I think some of us should be defending. Okay, I'll wait on True Strike. It still has to move quite a bit forward, I think. So, yeah, I'll help Kriv, but it would be like when they would be to help. It wouldn't be like I'm just gonna hold on to you right now. In hopes that someone starts pulling you. That'd be weird.
Yeah, for all we know, he can't see the rope and
Right.
no.
Right. I'm gonna assume he can. I don't know how deep those are either. So, under the assumption, if you start getting pulled in, I would hope you would be able to assist. At this point, they're too far away for me to really do anything.
Okay. Do you want to move from your spot?
No,
No, of course not. Who would move? That's crazy.
I like my spot. Everyone's circling around me. I'm happy here.
It is a good spot. I was the dummy that moved. That was my fault.
All right.
Thank goodness Jason's at the right angle again, though.
Yes, I am. I have all my sheets and everything. Yes.
The crawlers up top are going to start dashing towards you, which will allow them to move a good 60 feet, which will bring them a lot closer.
They don't fall in?
They do not, no.
It's rude.
Did you make that zigzag
They have a lot
on
of
purpose?
surface area.
So we just need to be like laying on our bellies, wiggling around.
How long are these guys? How long are they?
Solve your puzzle.
How long are they?
Yeah.
When they're totally stretched out,
Yeah.
they'd be probably closer to like 20 feet long.
Yeah, close enough.
Dope.
20 feet tall, right?
Right. All we gotta do is hold hands.
Yeah.
And let's see.
Hold hands and flail.
I have to move the other crawlers from where their previous positions were. So secretly on their last turn, they would have moved a little bit closer.
Are you just avoiding my trap on purpose? I see you, DM. I see you.
Did you think I didn't? I was like, oh, I made up this whole burrowing thing just now, like on the off the cuff. Oh, I wonder. Yeah, I want to circumvent Arvistan's spells, so I'll put a new added feature on my bugs that they make tunnels underground.
Yes.
They didn't have tunnels before.
They'll sprout back up out of the ground.
Oh, that's good.
With their movement now, let's see, who are we going to go for?
Did it bring Robbie with it by chance?
No.
Darn it.
It just got a flaming Bobby in its little tentacle.
It's like rodeo riding this giant centipede.
Let's
Is it great?
go for Kriv.
Yeah.
I see that thingy's head touching my trap.
We're not in the trap.
I know, I'm just messing around with it.
So the first thing that's going to happen, Kriv, as this giant centipede creature approaches you, is that it's going to try to wrap its tentacles around you and grab you.
Ew.
Which it is going to succeed in doing.
Oh.
Doesn't she have to do a saving throw?
You will have to do a saving throw momentarily, but first you're going to take 5 points of poison damage
Ooh.
Good
from
thing
the
I
venom
had
coating
5
on the
extra
tentacles.
points.
Those are
There
gone.
you go.
Thank you, Aid. And I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Natural 1 plus 1.
Okay, that's a 2.
Yeah.
That's better than 1, but you
Yeah,
are paralyzed.
Okay.
Ooh.
As the venom seeps in through your skin, it takes hold and freezes all of your muscles.
Oh my god, Robbie, come back. I can't deal with this.
Then
Sorry.
you'll see with just your eyes stuck open, you're inside this sort of swath of tentacles coming out of the front of this creature. You could see its mouth open. It has sort of like a circular, like shark tooth type mouth, many rows of pointed teeth. And it's going to bite you. It's going to have an easier time biting you because of your paralysis. Ooh, but not a perfect time. So you don't get bit. Luckily, I rolled very low on that bite attack. But you are stuck
That's
there,
Awesome.
stiff, being held by these tentacles right now.
Cool.
And then it is Arvstan's turn.
How many tentacles does it have?
They're moving so quickly and they're writhing so much that it's difficult to say. At least a dozen.
And it's like the head is just like pure tentacles. It doesn't have like a main head on
It has a head,
Uh-huh.
and then it has a mouth. And then think of the mouth as kind of like
Okay.
just a
Gotcha.
mass of these coming at you.
All right. Grog, you failed me. Let's go with Vex. I'm gonna lumbo shoot on that one attacking
Kriv,
Kriff. Yeah.
go for it.
I'm gonna do
Be
both
careful.
attacks.
Because Kriv's right there. Just
I mean,
hit.
it's taller
Don't
than
worry about it.
Kriv,
You just
right?
have to hit it. It's not a problem.
That's 19 to hit.
19 will hit. Scout, we're getting hurricanes off your mic right now.
All right. And the second shot would be another 19 to hit.
Okay.
Ah, I love
I
my
would like you to
+9.
roll damage before you roll your second attack.
Okay. That'll be 1d8. Give me d8 plus 4. That'll be 7 damage
Okay. And then we got
on the first
19
one.
to hit on the second attack.
Yes, second attack.
What are you shooting
And-
for on this thing?
Huh? I'm shooting straight to the head.
Okay.
And that'll be 4. That'll be 8.
Okay. So
So that'll be what? So like 15 damage total?
we're good. I got you.
Yeah.
2 arrows will shoot out. You aim for the head of the creature. They'll sort of get lodged in underneath plates of chitin that are meant to guard it from attacks from the outside. You sort of aim for those specifically, like chinks in its armor. It's hard to say how much damage it's done, really, but you feel like, yeah, you hit it in the head. That must be doing something good. It is still alive and still attacking Kriv.
All right.
What else do you want to do?
I'm gonna stay there, and Luna is gonna hold her action.
Okay. Then it will be Shell's turn. Shell. Shell's coming in. Let's see. Shell can only move so far, but it's farther than most people can move. "50 feet. Come up next to Kriv to try to help you out, Kriv. Shell is going to attack the centipede. She rolls a 17 to hit, which will hit it. She will strike with her beak and deal 3 points of damage. And then flap her wings and squawk to try to intimidate the creature.
It's every other day that she likes me.
Let's see. For Ravi's turn, let's look underground for a second at Ravi. We've got these guys we're not worrying about. And let's just say from this position, you can see a little bit around you. What would you like to do here in the tunnel?
Do I see the rope that was pushed down?
You do. The rope has made it through the top layer of sand above you, and it drops in a coil pile next to you.
Did I hear Kriv's call out to me?
No.
Okay. I am going to walk over to the pile of rope and give it a couple of good tugs, see if I think it'll hold me.
Interestingly enough, you tug on it, and it feels like it's being held by someone much stronger than Kriv. So you're not sure exactly who threw the rope down, but they've got a really good grip on it.
I mean, I would probably think it was Kriv turned into a horse or something
Yeah.
equally as strong or as heavy as they were previously. So I'm gonna start climbing.
Okay, make an athletics check.
$15.
All right, you'll pull and tug on the rope to try to get yourself out from underneath this sand, and you feel like the strength that you're using to pull on it should be taking Kriv down. You don't think about Kriv as being an exceptionally strong person, but luckily in that giant goat form, they have a lot more and are able to pull you pretty well. And you'll get yourself pulled back out. Let's put you back on the surface. So we've got Shell, Luna, the spells up here. Oops. Kriv and Hajite, and all the creepy crawlers up there. You pull yourself out right into the mouth of this beast. So you're saying you can't really be inside of where it is.
Yeah, we're technically occupying the same square.
You're going to be right where that is. Your weapon's still down there. Now that's your action to climb out.
With my bonus action, can I summon my sword to me and to try to stab the creature?
Sure. You'll pull the weapon up. You're sort of pulled up next to Kriv, who is being covered in tentacles. You've got them sort of wicking against your face as soon as you're able to get yourself out of the dirt. And then from that position, you're holding the rope. The tentacles are wrapping around you. Kriv is being absorbed. The Freyor's greatsword will lift up out of the sand on the opposite side of the creature behind it.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 will hit, yes.
Okay.
12 damage.
Okay. So almost secretly, the greatsword will pivot, point itself towards the centipede, and then plunge into its backside. All the tentacles will peel back and writhe up in the air. Kriv will drop to the ground with a thud, just sort of stiff like rigor mortis, laying there on the sand. And then the whole creature will fall over. And that little bit of tunnel that you fell into before, you'll see that sand start to kind of climb over it, and from the back end it'll slowly slide and collapse down into the tunnel and disappear.
Does that mean it's dead, or it's a question mark at this point since it fell in there?
It's your turn, Arvistan. You want to make... Or it's not your turn. It's Ravi's turn.
Nope.
You can make an insight check on your turn to decide if you thought it was dead, but we'll do that when we get to it. So Ravi's taking his action. He's taking his bonus action. Anything else you want to do?
I'm assuming I don't really have a move action, correct?
Not much of one.
With where the creature was collapsed, could I safely step kind of forward and above it towards the next centipede creature without causing another collapse?
It's a jump.
Yep, that's not Ravi's forte, so I'm just gonna stand right here. It can come to me.
Okay. Kriv, you are still paralyzed on your turn, but you can repeat your Constitution saving throw to try to shake it off.
It's a 4.
All right. Still stiff. Laying there on the sand next to Ravi and Hajite and Shell. So, next will be Hajite.
Does that mean I can't do my cool lightning because I'm frozen? I don't know how that works because it's verbal somatic to summon it, but I don't know if you have to do that every time you strike somewhere.
Having been paralyzed, you wouldn't be able to take any action on your turn. So
Okay.
anything that you could do would be gone. It is concentration, which
Oh, is that
you
gone?
also can't do while you're paralyzed. which would mean that there is no more cloud. The wind wisps it away. What do we want to do, Hajite?
You're muted.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Story. What's your opinion on the way, well, the timing that I can use it? Do I have to use it during my turn, or would I be able to use it immediately as someone gets hit? I can immediately react after that.
Check the words specifically.
Story. Like at the moment, I like missed my opportunity. I'm trying to read it.
You'll have to use your action, so it will have to be on your turn.
I have to use my action.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to use my bonus action to use that, and then have it be a reaction to. I'm trying to understand.
You use your action to choose you or one of your party members to be the target of the story. You already told it, so we just have to pick somebody that it's going to affect. Then, whenever that person sees somebody else get hurt, we've got the Avenger story going.
Right.
That whoever you give the story to can use their reaction to take care of it. So all you're doing is using your action to decide who gets the story.
Okay, and I wouldn't be able to do that using like my bonus action, which would be Bardic Inspiration. I wouldn't be able to pick someone using that.
No, you have to use your action to give the story to somebody, but you'll still have your bonus action after that. So if you wanted to do Bardic Inspiration on top of that, you could do both in one turn.
Okay. All right, okay. How are we going to do this? Okay, I want to cast Thunder Wave on the one right in front of us.
Okay. Would you like to step forward a second so as not to cast Thunder Wave on Ravi? Just one little step. The 15-foot cube would affect him as well as that, but if you move forward one step, he'll be safe from it, and it'll just hit the creature in front of you.
Well, it looks like I'm not going to fall in, so sure.
All right.
And then
We have knowledge of this section because of Robbie's having been underground, so he could, quickly communicate, like, oh, stop, something like that.
Yeah.
To make sure you don't fall right there.
So, 21 to hit.
You do not to hit with Thunder Wave. I have to make a saving throw.
Oh yeah.
He's going to save on it, but it's still going to do damage. He's just not going to get blown away.
What a jerk. 6.
All right. You got 6 on your roll?
Mm-hmm.
So it'll take half of that. Down to 3. And if Robbie didn't already see this area where the tunnels were in front of you, the Thunder Wave is going to cause that sand to collapse and reveal it for everyone. To show at least that little spot that you cast the spell in where there are underground tunnels.
I do have one more question. So, as far as spells go, I have Shatter in like the 2nd level. Would I be able to use it in any level, or do I have to have it as like that is a spell for that 4th level? Would I have to like take up a slot in there?
It's a 2nd level spell, so you have to use at least a 2nd level spell slot to cast it.
Okay, so would I be able to use the 3rd?
You can use a 3rd level spell slot. It actually makes the spell stronger to do that.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if it has to be like under the it's 3rd level. This is the 3rd level version.
No, you can use more powerful slots. It'll add damage die for Shatter if you cast it at a higher level.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. On these creatures.
Actually,
is
sorry.
turn.
Can I
Go
throw
ahead.
Bardic Inspiration at Arvistan?
Get it. Little
Get
bardic inspiration for you, Arvistan.
Move closer. Don't be a wimp.
Fuck that. I don't want to fall down. I don't want to fall down. I mean, if the closer I get, it's like really close for me to do disadvantage on my bow attacks. The ones that never miss because it's really high.
Well, you're inspired now. Put it to good use. Let's see.
Do they work for attack damage or just for hitting?
Just D20 roll. So as long as
Just
you're rolling
D20.
the D20, you can add to that.
How much? 5, right?
You'll roll a die to figure it out.
Okay.
A D6 to add
I
to
did
it.
6. Okay.
Let's see.
All
On
right.
the crawler's turn. Not that one. Not that one. This one. Gonna move up. Let's try to get Hajite. So first, it's going to try to wrap you up in its tentacles, coming off of its mouth. Ooh, that's a hit.
As that happens, I activate Luna's holding attack and attack it to and make it has to make a dexterity throw for.
We have to make an
throw.
attack roll first, please.
Yes, sir. That'll be 13. Let's see. Plus 5 to hit. That's 5. That's 18 to hit.
I just want to double check based on the size of this thing.
Okay.
Okay, that doesn't seem to matter. So it'll make a strength save.
Yes, at the 12.
Okay, it's
Or
going to
higher.
save on that. So go ahead and roll Luna's damage.
Okay. I tried.
It's all right.
That'll be 2d4 plus 5 piercing damage. That'll be 5 total damage.
Okay, Luna.
Plus 5. That'll be 10.
Luna bites
10
into
damage.
one of the creature's legs as it tries to attack Hajite. Hajite, you are going to take 4 points of poison damage. That'll just tick right into your aid hit points.
Do I take poison damage?
You're immune to poison, but
I was
I
just
don't
scared.
think
I don't
you're
know which
immune to
one.
poison damage.
Okay.
You're immune to the poisoned condition, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Luckily, this poison doesn't cause the poisoned condition, so I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Okay. Whatever it was that caused Kriv to be paralyzed so easily doesn't seem to have affected you as quickly. So you sort of try to shake off, you're fighting off the tentacles as they're grabbing at you. And then it's going to come in with its bite to try to bite you.
Crib, did you try punching him? No works.
Did you try just being better?
These guys aren't great at biting, so that bite is going to miss.
Wow.
You sneaky one.
And then the others will come closer. Okay. Then it is Arvistan's turn.
Alrighty. That'll be first Lumbo attack towards the one attacking Hashate.
Okay.
That'll be a 12 plus 9. That'll be a 21 to hit.
That will hit. You got him. You need that bardic inspiration. You don't need to roll that. You don't need to roll that. Save it. Save it for when you need it.
Yes, I will. That'll be a D8 plus what? I always forget about this. A D8 plus 4. That'll be 8 total damage.
Okay.
And gonna second attack with another 21 to hit.
Oh, yep. First one hit, the second one hits.
That'll be 3 and 4. That'll be 7 damage.
Okay, so find another arrow, finds its mark underneath one of these exoskeleton plates. You get another one underneath where its head is, into its side, close to where its first leg comes sprouting out.
All right. And then I am going to attack with Luna again. That'll be it for Arison, staying where he is. Gonna go with Luna attack. That'll be a 12 plus. Where is my thingy? Luna, here we go. 12 plus 5. That'll be 5. That'll be 17 to hit.
Okay. That's another
And
hit.
it has to make a DC of 12. DC strength DC of 12.
Luna's biting the giant centipede.
Yes.
It's a little bit too strong for Luna's trying to knock it over.
Okay.
It just kind of shakes its little legs as she bites at it.
Alrighty. That'll be 2d4. That'll be 6 plus 5. That'll be 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Piercing damage.
So this guy's still up and hungry. Is that it for Luna, or is Luna going to be making a move?
No, because that'll create an attack opportunity for that guy against Luna, so Luna's staying there.
Okay. On Shell's turn. Kriv's leaving. Shell is going to grab Kriv by the foot and drag them across the sand and away from the fight. Shell can move 50 feet, so that's back here, and that will mean that Kriv is also back here.
I do technically have a weird rope leash attached to me as well.
You tied that around yourself?
Yeah.
Luckily, Ravi didn't tie it around himself, or he'd be getting dragged also.
Fair. That is very fair.
So you just see that
Still likes me today.
pulled out of the sand, and just this line of rope.
You gotta save you because remember, you're the competition. Nobody else. She doesn't see anybody else as a competition.
She has
The
to
bug
be.
starts-
No one else can.
The bug starts grabbing the rope and like reeling you back in.
Okay, and then it's Ravi's turn.
I am going to. Can I fit kind of in between Hazote and Luna there, and form that
Yeah.
kind of stone wall there, to attack it, and then move my sword to also attack it?
Sure, let's get that set right about there. Will be a good spot. So let's get Ravi's swing.
All right, so Ravi's gonna go first, and does a 13 hit?
A 13 does hit. So you swing out,
All right.
and you just barely catch it a little bit, and you catch one of those tentacles.
In that case, it's 7 damage.
Okay. So you bruise it at
Alright,
the edge of
and
one of
now
those
for-
tentacles.
And then I'm gonna assume that a 10 does not hit with my magic sword.
10 does not hit, no. You see that one tentacle that Ravi hits, it sort of bends in that spot like a fern's leaf that sort of kind of breaks in one area and just kind of hangs at that. You'll see that one tentacle injured. It'll coil it back towards itself and just kind of keep it close to its mouth. On Crib's turn, you've been dragged by Shell. You are aware of this, but you still cannot move. What you can do is repeat your Constitution saving throw to try to shake off this paralysis.
It's a good thing these aren't death saves so far. Okay, that is an 11.
That 11 is still not enough, unfortunately.
Oh.
It's better though.
We're getting there.
Question for DM. To move, can I use a bonus action to move the trap, or that's gonna cost me an action as well?
Spike growth?
Gotta check the spell.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta... No, it's a concentration, so I can't move. I have to cast it.
There's
again.
nothing in the spell description that says that you're capable of moving it, so
Yeah. Okay.
you won't be able to do that. But that's okay.
Gotcha.
Sorry, Crib. Luckily, Shell's got your back for this one, so hopefully you won't get eaten. It will be Hashate's turn.
Bless you.
Was Hashate dropped?
Yeah, you didn't get paralyzed, so it wasn't able to hang on to you. You fight your way back out.
Okay. Sick. All right. Everyone's too close. Get away. Let's do... Oh, Lord. All right, okay. All right, let's cast Dissonant Whispers again.
Okay. The wise bug will fail its saving throw.
Nice.
He just hears chittering bug language. Stupid bug.
No.
No. Okay. I forgot what one that is. Okay. Woohoo! 15.
Okay. Whatever horrible sound it is that's emitted into the brain of this creature causes it to twist up and curl like a centipede that has just died. It curls into a tight coil and then sinks into the ground. Whichever one it was, this one. Anything else from Hajate?
No, she's happy staying right there.
On the centipedes' turn, both will burrow. And then it is Arvistan's turn.
I move. I cancel my trap and cast it again as my action
Sure.
in front, like that 20 area attack that covers.
Like
how can I
here?
say- Yes, a little bit lower.
There?
One more square down. There, that's perfect.
Okay.
And that'll be not. I am going to move right next to Luna, or
Here?
behind Luna. No, behind her.
Over here?
On the upper. Yes. And Luna, and that'll be my move, and Luna's gonna stay there as well.
Okay. On Shell's turn, Shell. Oh, Shell. I mean, she means her best. I hope to tell you this just so you don't get any hard feelings. But to try to wake Crib, Shell's going to bite them.
Oh.
Advantage on the attack since you are paralyzed is going to hit for 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
What Shell is unaware of is that that's not going to work. But hopefully it has learned
Paralyzed
that
and
lesson.
feeling all that damage. Oh god.
Just sort of a bite to try to jolt you awake. Like if you try to violently shake someone awake. But if you're like an angry murder bird trying to do that. Then it's Robbie's turn.
Well, did I see what happened to Kriv, or was I facing the other direction? Because that's where I had just attacked at.
By what happened to Kriv, do you mean the paralysis or the being dragged away?
The being dragged away.
That you would be aware of. The shell's pretty big and not graceful in her movements, so she doesn't hide that she's dragging the Dragonborn. Dragonborn.
Do I see, like, so as they're getting dragged away, I'm slashing this way. As I turn around, do I see where Kriv is?
You can see where Shell is, and that will pretty quickly be able to point you to where Kriv is, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to move back in that direction, but keep my sword where it is. So my sword will stick with the rest of the party. I will back up to the left of the screen, say 30 feet, and that'll be my turn.
Over here or down here?
Let me hang on a sec. Directly to the left, go 6 squares.
There?
Correct.
Okay. You do not fall into a hole.
Oh
That's good.
my god.
I do like falling into holes. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Kriv.
Yep.
I promise you'll get it. Constitution saving throw, please.
No. Back to 3.
Just let the poison run its course.
It's going fine. It's whatever. Take it. Does this count as a short rest?
You'll have to stay down a little bit longer.
Yo, Scout, are you sure you don't have the Will Wheaton curse with you?
I might. It's a good thing I have enough dice. I just gotta keep cycling.
Hajite is next.
Okay. Well, I don't like that these things burrow.
No, it's never fun, is it?
Very frustrating, Dave.
You could go underground.
I could, but I like my area. As soon as I give somebody that story, it only lasts like a minute.
Yeah.
So some have to be attacked within that minute.
To give you a perspective, every round of combat is meant to be in real time 6 seconds. So every
Holy cow.
time everybody goes, it's meant in real time to correspond to 6 seconds of time happening. So a minute is 10 rounds of combat.
Okay. So if Robbie's sword is over by us and I gave that to him and one of us got attacked, would he be able to attack with that sword? Or would they have to be like physically near?
Oh, that's fun. They do not need to be physically near. It deals force damage. So the story itself, the spirit that's connected to the story, is what does the damage, not the person that has the story on them.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm going to give that to Robbie.
Okay.
This area. And then no, that's chill. And then I'm gonna like step at a diagonal, like right above Arviston. I want to get away from the tunnel a little. I feel like something dumb's gonna happen.
Right about there?
Yeah. I feel like I was gonna be nudged in somehow. And I think I'm good. I think that's it.
Okay. So I think these were the two crawlers that burrowed. On their burrow turn, they would have gone quickly to try to close distance, which should be moving 12 squares, not Hajite.
That's on my traps. Oh no,
Underneath
the
your
trap. It's underneath. Yeah. Damn it.
So using the movement from burrowing that they would have done last turn and the continued movement from this turn, this one will erupt here. This one let's see, and can he get is going to erupt there. So that one will be in the trap.
Yes.
Come out right into your trap. And I believe it's when they enter that area is when they take the damage.
Yes.
So,
every 5 feet that it travels forward, it's gonna take 2d4s of piercing damage.
So it kind of erupts there, so it's going to be just one time. It'll take 2d4. So go ahead and roll that for me.
Another thing as well, it says any creature that can't see the area at the time of the spell cast must make a wisdom perception check against your spell save DC to recognize the terrain as hazardous before entering.
Oh, they're not even considering it. So
okay.
That's not a concern for right now.
That'll be 5 points of damage. Oh,
Okay.
13 damage.
From this position, we're going all in on Arvistan.
Ooh.
Now, would that, if it moved forwards to hit me? Oh, wait.
It no longer has to move. Neither of them do.
Neither of them?
To be able to target you from its current position. So the tentacles are going to come from the one on your left. That's going to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
You will take 5 points of poison damage, and I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That's Constitution. Where is it? Okay, that's a +2. That's a 16. That's a 18.
Okay. So you're not immediately paralyzed.
Okay.
While it's got you with the tentacles, it will try to bite you. Hey, the first time one of these bites actually hits anybody.
Of course.
That will be for 9 points of piercing damage.
All right. That will be.
But you didn't get paralyzed, so you fight back against these tentacles as they're growing at you. You take a chunk as it bites into your side, and you kind of kick it away. And as you get free from its grasp, the other one tries to grab you from behind.
All right, I'm at 26 hit points.
So the tentacles are going to miss. But as it lunges forward and doesn't get you with those tentacles, it's going to try to follow up with its bite. that will hit you for another 6 points of piercing damage.
That'll be 20 health. Alright.
And then it'll be Arvstan's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna be rolling with disadvantage because they're in my face. Try to like
If you use your
fall
bow.
down. Yeah, I fall down, use my bow. First roll. That'll be 9 and 7. That'll be 16.
Are you after the one on the left or the one on the right?
The one to the left.
Okay, so before you roll your second attack, I'd like your damage.
Uh-huh.
You hit with the first strike.
Oh no,
All
like
right.
I
Disadvantage,
rolled
correct.
twice, right?
What'd you get on the
The
second?
that second one rolled higher than the first one.
So okay.
It was a 12 plus 9. That'll be 21.
All right.
So 17 on the previous one, which still hits, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the one on the right?
The one on the left.
One on the left. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. That'll be 2d8. No, 1d8. Sorry, plus 4. Where's my d8? Here we go. 8. Yeah. No, this is not a d8. This is d10. Here we go. That'll be 7 plus 4. That'll be 11.
All right.
All right. Second roll.
We've got a second attack. Arvstan trying to
Alright.
fend off the giant centipedes.
9 and 9. That'll be 18 for the first roll. That'll be 8 and a 9, a 17 for the second roll.
Okay, that will still hit.
All right. D8 plus 4. That'll be 7 damage.
Okay. So you're fighting them back, doing your best. So your combination of your spells and your bow, trying to ward these things off of you. What would Luna do?
Luna's gonna bite to the second one, the right one,
Okay.
instead of the last one. And she's going to roll a... What is it? It's a 10 plus 5, is it? Yeah, 15.
Okay,
hit.
that will hit. Strength saving throw
Strength saving throw.
is going to fail, so she will knock that one prone.
Nice.
Sort of bite at its
Go,
leg and pull underneath it. It'll kind of fall over. We're not going to get into the semantics of exactly how a giant centipede got knocked over, considering it has 100 legs. But them's the rules.
That'll be 4 and 4, 8 plus 5. That'll be what? 8 and 13?
Max damage,
Right.
huh?
13 piercing damage.
Okay.
Shit, Luna's doing more damage than I am right now.
Let's see.
And that's it for Luna's round. That one Honor's not prone. That one other one.
Okay. On Shell's turn, Griv didn't wake up, but this is bound to work, so let's try it again.
Come on, Kriv. We believe in you.
If you get bit enough times, eventually you will wake
You're going
yourself
to
up.
wake up.
But yeah, this bite is not powerful enough to actually damage you.
Oh,
So you kind of get a nip in the shoulder. That doesn't actually do any damage to your hit points, luckily.
Nice.
my luck's turning around.
And it's Ravi's turn.
I am going to move myself 10 feet forward and attack that snake. And then I'm going to move the sword down by Luna and attack the other centipede.
All right.
All right. So my attack on the centipede, because I get advantage, correct?
You're
I'm
flanking
flanking.
it now, so yeah.
In that case, that is a natural 20
All right.
Oh, let's go, Crip, baby.
for a total of 10 damage.
Nice.
And then with the sword, that's going to be an 18 to hit
That will hit.
for 11 damage.
That's bogus.
Right? Does
Oh,
it does more damage than my crit damage does?
It's still you. It's still your
Yeah.
thing.
Still counts.
Okay. Is that it for Ravi?
Yep, that'll be it for me.
Here it is, Kriv. This is the one. I really feel it. This Constitution saving throw. Blow them all out of the water.
Unnatural 20.
All right.
There you go. Heart of the dice.
Oh.
I picked a shell-colored dice.
Hey.
So you blink your eyes, you wake up, you sort of flex your stiffened limbs. Unfortunately, the saving throw has to be made at the end of your turn, so you won't be able to actually use this turn. But you do show that you're awake and alive. Shell's going to make a mental note. If Kriv is not moving, bite. It works.
Good. Great.
Then it'll be Hazute's turn.
I hope that's a crib specific thought. Like it's not anybody, just
Yeah, I really hope so too.
Further experimentation is necessary.
I
Shell uses the
hope
scientific
not.
method. We
I don't
only
want
have
her-
one.
I don't want her going into a biting spree.
Aw, she's so smart. Look at
As
it.
we go to sleep or something.
Oh boy. My attacks sure are distance. Everyone huddling around them. Okay. Alright. So I did that twice. I have one more. Shatter would kill everybody.
Me.
Okay, so Dissonant Whisper, would I be able to cast it on like a level 2?
Oh, yeah. As high as you want to go.
As high as I want to go. What does that add to it? I'm sorry. I'm trying to find it.
You're good. Let me check that. It'll add another d6 to the damage.
Sick. Yeah, let's do that. I'll cast a level 2 Dissonant Whisper on
Left one or right one?
assuming that the left one is taken more. Let's do it on the right one.
Okay. That wisdom save is going to be a failure, so it will take 4d6 damage as you ring out a discordant melody in its brain. Music is very important to bugs.
14.
Okay.
That did worse than last time with an extra die. Woo.
All right. Anything else from Hajite?
I think I would like for her. We're not allowed to step in your weird trap thing, are we?
It would hurt you to do so.
That's very unfortunate.
You also would provoke opportunity attacks from the centipede closest to you if you move from your current position.
Oh yeah, because I'm pretty much on Arviston. Okay, I'll stay there. I'm good.
On the centipede's turn, They are seeing that Arvstan is probably the weakest one right now. They're going to go for broke and try to take him out. And then hopefully leave the area with him. So one on the left is coming in with the tentacles. Arvstan. They're going to miss. It stretches itself a little bit further forward to go for a bite. That is going to miss. The second centipede comes with the tentacles. Those are going to hit you. You're going to take 3 points of poison damage, and I'd like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
A question about that second centipede is still in my trap.
Has not moved.
Does it? Okay, that's what I was wondering. Constitution saving throw, right?
Yep.
Oh boy, here we go. It's Constitution. It's +2. Groggy, don't fail me. That's an 11.
11 is not enough. You are paralyzed.
Fuck. Wait a minute. That second centipede is prone by Luna.
Oh, you're right. He'll have to stand up first.
Yes. So he has to make a DC strength saving throw.
For what reason?
12 or higher for the prone.
Oh, that saving throw's already been made. It failed it. And so
Okay.
it was prone at the start of its turn. It spends half of
Uh-huh.
its movement to stand up again.
Okay.
And then bites you and paralyzes you.
Okay, gotcha. Damn.
Well, rather wraps you in its tentacles to paralyze you, and then is going to attempt to bite you. That is a critical hit.
Wait. What was the first hit first?
You took 3 points of poison damage.
3, that'll be 17. Okay, I'm probably unconscious if this one is a critical. Is it more than 17?
It's 12.
Okay. Oh my god. That'll give me to, what, 5 hit points? Yeah.
Let's see, with the remainder of that centipede's movement and with the full movement of the other centipede, they will attempt to burrow. This is going to provoke opportunity attacks from the one on the right. Will provoke from Luna and not from the sword. Can't do opportunity attacks. The one on the left will provoke from Ravi and Hajate. So if you would like to,
Yes,
try to attack.
I would like to.
also
We still get all the advantage, correct? Because we're still flanking.
yeah, you and Hajate would. Luna would not.
In that case, it is 14.
Luna gets an unnatural 20.
Okay, Luna's going to hit. A 14 is
And-
going to hit.
And does it have to do a DC saving throw again for Luna's attack?
It will have to do that. But it's going to save on that.
18 for Hashte.
That is also a hit. So both Ravi and Hajate will hit the centipede on the left. Luna will hit the one on the right, not knock it over as they attempt to flee with Arvstan.
6 damage from Robbie.
Okay?
11 from Luna.
What's the die for that?
What weapon did you use?
What weapon are you using in your hand right now?
We'll do. We will do. A rapier. Sick. Okay.
D6, I believe.
That's a D8.
A D8. Even better.
Yeah, I looked it up.
Even better. How much?
5.
5. Okay.
That's 11 from Luna. 11
Yep.
points of damage.
Gotcha.
Okay.
As the centipede
Bye,
grabs
everyone.
Arvstan, has him paralyzed, moves to flee with him, Luna is going to kill it before it descends into the sand. It'll drop him there, and I think in this current position, Yeah, we're not necessarily on top of a tunnel, so that centipede's just going to fall over on top of the sand. Drop a paralyzed Arvistan onto the ground. The other one is still alive, but it is still going to burrow itself.
Is that Luna's first kill?
Yep.
Coming
Yep.
Baby's first kill.
in clutch.
Big time.
And up
That
next,
could have been.
That could have been bad.
up next is Arvistan. What would you like to do on your turn?
I'm
You are
paralyzed.
paralyzed, so you would like to make a Constitution saving throw at the end of your
Yes,
turn
sir.
to try to end your paralysis.
Would he be able to use Bardic Inspiration on that?
Yeah, will I?
Should be able to.
If I'm
You can use it on
paralyzed?
saving throws, right?
Do what?
You can use it on saving
I
throws.
think so.
Just have to be inspired.
20.
Yeah, should
You
be
were
fine.
inspired much before.
Yep, before I went down.
Yep, you can use that inspiration die if you'd like.
All right,
sick.
so let's see. Oh God, thank God. That'll be a 6 total, plus the D6, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where's this D6? This one? I've never used a D6. Yes, this one. It's the square one. That'll be a 4, so that'll be
Ugh.
10 total.
Still icky.
Still paralyzed.
Still paralyzed. Fuck.
What a
Don't
waste.
you worry. Elle's got this figured out.
What's Luna
Chill,
gonna do?
chill. Got another one?
Luna is gonna whimper and start licking me and get me to react.
Okay. I don't think a bird can scoff. But if it could, it would sound like the noise that Shell makes seeing Luna try to lick somebody back awake. Please.
If Shell gets close to me and tries to bite me, Luna is gonna growl at her and protect me.
Protect this. Shell's gonna bite you awake.
Protect this.
She's gonna fucking kill me.
No, she's gonna bite you awake.
Exactly.
No, I have 5 fucking hit points. She's gonna kill me.
It's gonna be okay.
The bite does not roll high enough to actually damage you. Because you're paralyzed, you still
God.
get bit, but it's not enough to hurt you.
No.
See, she's a gentle thing. Come on.
And still, Luna growls at her and barks at her and say like, "Stay away from him."
Shell will bark back. And then it'll be Ravi's turn.
Bonus.
I am going to move next to Arvistan and cast Cure Wounds as a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
Ooh.
He will regain 11 hit points.
Ooh, 16. Thank you, sir.
Oh wait, hang on. 16 hit points. My bad.
Oh, even
I
better.
forgot to add my spellcasting modifier.
16?
21 hit points you have right
So
now. I understand.
21. Yeah, 21.
Okay. What else from Ravi?
That'll be it.
Will
Kriv?
that cure my paralyzed or no?
No.
Okay.
Kriv, you're awake and alive.
Yes, I would like to stand up.
You look around, there aren't any centipedes here.
Yep.
Everybody
try to
seems
move-
more concerned with Arvistan.
Yeah, can I try to move towards my friends? I don't know how much, because I would only have 15 left, right?
Unless you want to dash. Use your action to double your move.
Yeah, why not? I have nothing to shoot at right now.
That'll let you
And I'll
move.
call out, good job, you guys. I don't know how you got them all dead that fast. Guess you don't need me.
Get all the way up to Arbstan. So we've got him sort of surrounded now as he lays there on the ground, staring up at everyone, fully aware of everything that's happening, just unable to move. Hajite, you want to do anything?
I could dump water on him.
You could.
I feel like in the desert that may be a waste of water. But we can make more, so that's okay.
There you go. We have no shortage of water.
I'm gonna dump water on him.
Okay. So Hajite will open up her canteen and then right over Arvstan's face, pour a little bit of water on him, and then just kind of hold it as it just keeps pouring all over his face.
Definitely not trying to drown him in a desert.
Right. We're not waterboarding.
You're waterboarding me while I'm paralyzed. God damn.
Just pour water all over him.
The information.
It's probably helping you. It's hot.
Shell will turn and look at Hajite and think, yes, yeah.
Yeah. See.
Torture, that might work.
Holy shit.
She spits on him.
God damn. So much hate.
On the centipede's turn, they don't reemerge. This last remaining centipede
Oh,
stays
thank
underground and moves away from you.
Thank God.
So you could continue with your Constitution saving throws if you wanted, or we could wait the minute that you would be paralyzed for.
Real time, wait the minute.
It would be faster than rolling over and over. If we real time waited 1 minute in silence.
I'll roll this one last time.
All right.
Prove something. Let's see.
Yes. That's an 8 plus. God damn it, another 10.
No.
All right, no. I'll just wait it out.
For anyone at home keeping score, Kriv was able to shake paralysis faster than Arvstan. Let's put that on your stat sheets if you're doing fantasy D&D right now. But yeah, the conflict is over. The bugs, at least for the moment, are gone. Arvstan will slowly regain control over his body and be able to start moving again. What would you guys like to do from here?
Oh God.
I would like to. Am I already conscient now?
Yeah, you were conscious the whole time.
I mean, yeah, like out of the paralysis.
Yeah.
I can talk and everything. I would like to think really hard and mind control the DM to show us the path of the burrow passage so we can avoid it and get out of there.
So you're going to attempt to break the fourth wall.
You better roll.
You better roll real good.
Roll 2 natural 20s.
Now here's the trick. Arvstan has to roll.
Get that to happen, bud.
If I were to call for a roll, it would imply a chance of success that doesn't exist. So
I know.
you will not roll.
What's a try?
Wow, wow.
That's sad.
All right. So, guys, can we just get out of here? I don't want to be paralyzed again.
All right, let's go. And she's gonna like dramatically swoosh like this, like.
Oh.
All right, Robbie, send the tremors.
Tremors, commence. I'll start tremoring the ground.
We'll have to continuously do that. Now, I did look into the thaumaturgy spell to see if there was a radius of effect for these tremors. And while there is a radius for the distance you're able to cast the spell in, there doesn't seem to be any limit on how far the tremors go from you. So we'll just say that whatever point you focus it on, it goes out pretty far. So you can see a lot of where these tunnels are. You just have to be recasting it. It lasts for a minute. You could have 3 of them going at once. So when you cast one, while you make your way through the pass, the little maze in front of you to get to where you would need to cast another one again. By the time you cast 3, a minute will be up. So you could continually do that as you're moving forward. Is that what you want to do? The only aspersion being you're making an earthquake in the ground that a bunch of bugs just came out of.
Yes, that's a good point. That's a solid.
I could also do the last thing that I did.
If we rest for the evening without being attacked, I have a solution to our problem that'll last a lot longer than creating tremors in the ground.
Flying?
No. There's a spell called Water Walk that also works on things like quicksand. So that might work.
Does that work on all of us?
Might.
It works on up to 10 creatures, so yes.
Sick.
That's badass.
I
totally.
Take a nap right now.
Yeah, somebody
what time is it right now?
Yeah, with after all that stuff.
I mean, the combat itself is only like 45 seconds in total, but still.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you guys rested in the village and then immediately set out to trying to get down to the bottom. And that took a little bit of time, a few hours, but as soon as you got there, you had this fight. So probably in the middle of the day.
Okay.
I've got a thought. What if we jump in a hole and sleep down there? Can we think of a way to get out? Because
that's what I was about.
In the dark, and it will be cooler underground, assumedly. And then we have smashed a lot of these tunnels all the way around us, so I would hope it would be a tad more safe than out in the open. So
I have 2 concerns. The first of which is we wouldn't know where we're going.
assuming we could get out, is what I'm saying.
Yes. No, I mean even outside of that. Like, we're using the sun and things like that to kind of give us a path. If we're underground for several hours and they twist and turn, we don't have a point of reference for the direction in which we are traveling.
Oh, no, I'm not saying walk underground. You said we needed to sleep.
That would be ideal if we can do that, yes.
So sleeping underground and then getting back out somehow.
Is there a rock or something that we could tie the rope to around us?
You do. You are still very near the butte that the oasis was on top of, so you might be able to find something there, at least to wedge a piece into. Tying around a rock might be trickier. You might have to look a little bit to find something like that. It would be easier to find a crack and sort of make a knot at the end of the rope, whatever size you'd need. Find a crack that's wide in one area and narrow in the other, and try to sort of wedge it in. And maybe, or some other solution that you might have. There's stuff around.
Thanks, God.
How far have we moved away from the butte at this point? Have we only moved like 20 feet away from the cliff face?
Pretty much.
Like when Shell brought Kriv back, they were pretty much next to the cliff.
Yeah.
How about we just climb back up, rest, I'll cast a spell and we just go, and that way we don't have to worry about worrying where we land, where we tie off the rock and climb down to, because we will just kind of be able to walk on top of the sand, providing that the spell works. At worst, we lose 8 hours.
Yeah, but getting down was annoying.
I think it would be easier now that we know that there are like weird sand pits that we previously couldn't touch. I think that was a big part of the time length, was just trying to find the perfect spot to come down upon.
Also, shell.
Yeah,
Ah, yes.
shell.
And I will look at Shell, and I'll look back.
Really, either of these ideas are not good for shell.
No.
Shell is maximally uninterested in Ravi. Probably the least interesting person in the group.
Oh
at least for
wow,
the bird.
dang. Okay.
It's
Thanks.
fair. That's fair.
She never looks at him. Doesn't think about him.
Outstanding.
Good, bad, not sure. What do you think, Arvistan? You're the guy who sprinted up
Yeah,
with.
I am really tired and really hurt. I can't think right now.
You can't think right now.
I don't
Wanna be a
think
goat
going
again?
up. I don't think I'll be able to make it up there. I have no strength at the moment.
Perfection.
Murder with the murder bird.
Alternative solution. We put one person out in front, tie the rope around them, have the other 3 people hold, and then that way they can step carefully. Whenever they fall, the other 3 people grab them, they get yanked back up, and we try a different path.
So we keep traveling forward.
We just keep traveling forward with one person connected to a rope, 3 people holding the rope, and the one person just constantly falls into pits, but gets pulled back up.
Oh, damn it. It's gonna be me.
I could turn into something that's maybe lighter than me, but heavy enough to fall. Can't do anything helpful like fly, but
Flying, I'm not sure would be helpful to anyone but you.
that was real big.
Can you turn into a creature that can burrow?
You-
Mm.
Really big ball.
I'm looking.
They just saw this. You literally just saw
I
this.
can't turn into
centipedes, so-
everything ever.
These are not animals. The bugs are not technically beasts. They don't fit in.
Oh.
Can
Mm-mm.
rats burrow?
Yeah, lots of stuff can burrow.
I could turn
Or-
into a large group of rats and scout somehow, perhaps? I'm not sure if that would even be helpful or if I'd just get stuck down there as rats.
If some rats get stuck and the other ones don't, what happens then?
Does your
Yeah,
consciousness separate?
I was thinking about that the last time I was in a swarm of rats. I was like, which one is me, though?
They're all you. You are one.
If you think too much, you're going to have to start making saving throws, and it's not going to end well.
We are all.
You can be one rat. That's also, you don't have to be a swarm of them. You can turn into one.
Wait,
Swarms
what?
are way more fun.
I
Can
But
they turn
swarms
into a
are more
giant?
fun.
A giant rat, if you've seen a giant rat.
What is
RUSs.
what is my CR limit?
You're level 5,
Yeah.
so half that rounded down is 2.
Wait, really? For CR limit for wild shape?
Wait, that's if you're that special. If you're Circle of the Moon, your maximum CR is 1/2.
I could technically turn into a giant centipede.
Right, but that is not what you just fought.
I mean, any creature that burrows should work. Like, you burrow underground, if you start to fall, you burrow back up, and you pop out, and you skitter and tell us where to go.
I mean, how hard would it be for 4 people to stop me into a hole? I am the lightest person.
What are those things that can burrow that live under the sand all the time? I forgot the names of them.
I feel pretty confident, Hazate, that if you were to fall, I myself could hold your weight.
That's what I'm saying. Then we don't have to waste wild shape until one of us falls in and we can't get out. Then it's like, oh shit, we need help.
What are those animals called? Not hedgehog. Is it hedgehogs?
Hedgehogs burrow.
Yeah, there you go. Can you turn into one?
Yeah.
They're small though.
I don't know.
Bigger than a rat though.
Not really.
No, rats are
No?
bigger. I don't
No?
know. I'm
Oh,
worried
okay.
that burrowing would just mean I get stuck, like down in it, because you burrow till you can't, because there's a tunnel there. My theory was being an animal that was easier to lift than any of us people, so we don't exhaust ourselves constantly pulling someone out of a hole,
It's true.
but is heavy enough to like actually know if it's gonna cave in or not.
So
Well,
like
you'd
a
have to be-
medium-sized dog.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know that
Question.
we actually know the weight
No.
limits on this.
What? Yeah. What amount of weight we would need? It would
Have
be
you
if you were too light.
have you seen a giant bird? Or oh yes,
Can't do birds.
you can
Which you
do
could
that.
do shell. That's way heavier than me though.
No, you can transform into that griffin thingy. That's not considered a beast.
Uh,
That
Not a
giant
beast.
vulture
CR's too high. Can't turn into things that fly.
Mm-hmm.
can't.
Not yet.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say turn into one of those things and carry us to a safe place.
I mean,
But
if you
damn.
turned into a 50-pound dog or something like that, that is almost certainly more than enough weight to fall into the hole.
Turn into a snake, slither around.
But then that wouldn't help us know what parts would cave in.
Yeah. Snake.
Yeah, I mean, I can turn into a dog if that sounds like it would be good.
Or Luna.
The
could do
audience
it.
says choose Sandcat.
But they're tiny.
Yeah, you're right.
They're just house cat size.
Useless audience.
Just remind you that you, quote unquote, have a dog with you.
They're adorable.
If that was what
Just
you were
send,
gonna
just
use.
send Luna.
I'll just be Luna. Also, just really redundant.
Oh,
Pick fights with all of our animals.
why not just send Luna? Is look,
We
Luna's
have rope. We can
fairly
tie to her.
heavy. She's a big girl.
Yeah, she's a big girl. But will she understand what we're trying to do? That's the thing. Unless
Luna, are you heavier than me?
wait, the only way that could work to communicate with Luna would be Criff animal talk with her. That's
I
the
could
only.
do.
You can't tell her to walk forward.
It's not just walk forward. Is
No, sure
for her.
it is. It'll
Yeah.
scare her a lot when she falls, but I think you can tell her to walk forward. That's the most direction we'd need.
I mean, I can do a speak with animals if you're that worried.
We'll have to tie a rope on her
Yeah.
and let her walk forward. Okay, we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll-
assumedly.
We can tie
I'll,
it to like two of us or something too if we want to be like.
I'll talk to
careful.
Luna. I'll talk to Luna and like, hey, little girl.
We'll
How
see
you
if she
doing?
agrees.
I grab a piece of the vulture meat that I have on my.
As soon as you start grabbing at it, she's gonna like jump up on you a little bit, put her paws up on your thighs,
Like, oh,
sniff at where your hand is going.
Come down. It still hurts. Here, a little piece. Okay, girl. I need you to. We're gonna tie you with
She'll
this
sit-
rope.
She's not looking at you. She's looking at your hand. She's looking at the food.
Yeah. Okay, here, it. Give it to her.
Yeah, she'll
All right.
snap it out of the air and chomp it down.
I grab her face and like, okay, you're gonna move forward, okay? You're gonna go that direction, and we're gonna tie you with a rope. If something happens to you, we'll pull you really quick, okay? So don't worry, just move forward. And I grab the rope and tie it around her.
Okay. So we're going for a walk,
Yes.
basically, which is fun.
2-person leash.
You're tying the other end around yourself. You're just holding it.
Around myself.
Okay. Anybody else getting in on this weird
Adventure.
dog walk?
I'm useless.
Yeah, I'll hold on to like the back of the rope. So if it's tied to Luna, tied to Arvison, I'll be in the back and have part of the rope myself.
Okay. Yeah. So that'll be the plan moving forward. It's a lot more slow going than you've been going so far. It's somewhat traumatizing for Luna to sort of slip and fall into these like quicksand puddles and then get yanked out really quick. Arvistan is yelling orders constantly, telling Luna various directions to try. So it's just a lot of Arvistan yelling at Luna. Luna sort of just confusedly trying to move forward, not fully understanding exactly what the plan is.
And every time that she falls down, I give her a piece of a treat, and then like, let's say like 4 more times, and then I run out of it. That way she doesn't like get scared like crazy.
Okay, so we're being rewarded for falling in the hole.
Yeah, I mean,
That's not
I think she gets excited. She
Everyone
starts
at the
jumping in
beach.
holes.
Once you get forward a little bit further out from where that butte is, the tunnels aren't as tight together, so there's not as much falling, but it does happen occasionally, even as you go along further. You try to move slowly so that you don't all bunch up on each other and all fall in at once. Give Luna a little bit of room to get in front of everybody and make sure everything's fine. You will have to rest one more time before you get to New Sanctum, but after that you should be able to make it there tomorrow, right after that rest.
Will that be a full rest?
It's up to you. You can take a full rest if you want, or you can not.
Yes.
We've been
Yes.
walking for a while. Are we away from an area where we haven't fallen into a hole in a long while?
It's impossible to say. You fell in, maybe an hour ago,
All right.
but who knows where the next one is.
We could camp.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I would like to try to cast Lesser Restoration on myself to see if that removes the 10 stat points, 10 hit points that I've lost.
Let's see. You do that before you go to bed?
Correct.
Okay. You do not recover your maximum hit points. Is everyone okay with taking a rest right now? Does anyone else want to do something before going to sleep?
I grab water and give it to Luna so she can drink some water, hydrate myself, and pour some on myself as well. And 4 hours sleep. Here we come.
I'm gonna reward Shell, and then send a note via flying snake.
Okay.
Since Hashote isn't reading it out loud, I'll just post it in the chat. I have it written.
Perfect. Yeah, nobody needs to know what's on that note. It's private. That snake that's been with you this whole time will take off, fly away, and just sort of slink on the wind off into the night,
Sick.
back in the direction of Karenia. That's it for everybody. You guys can take your full rest. Everybody can recover their hit points, get your spells back, your wild shapes.
Yes.
Anything else that you might have missed except for your max hit points?
Sweet 46.
Yeah, yeah.
Saw that go down to 5, and then Shell going to bite me to wake me up. Oh my god, that scared the hell out of me.
All right.
Stan has nightmares. Or he doesn't technically sleep, but in his meditation, it's
Yeah,
tough
I'm
for
like,
him to focus because he keeps seeing Shell in his periphery. How close he was to death.
I'd like to tell a story.
Sure. Let's hear it.
I rolled a 3. Thus, the story is about friendship.
Aww.
Perfect.
Specifically, it's friends who found each other in the afterlife, which is
Good.
very specific.
So Robbie and Hash attain dreamland.
Wow! Oh my
Not the
god.
We were
afterlife.
dead.
We're not in love or something, Arvistan. Jeez.
Oh,
Or
hey,
dead.
you said friendship, okay? I never said anything about love.
Okay, let's see. I think that. How do you tell a story about two people meeting in the afterlife? That's a little bizarre. It can be in the life. What does the afterlife look like?
Is it a true story, or are you going to make it up?
Hmm.
We're gonna make it up, just whatever you want.
Could mean the
A
hell.
true story. Well,
they were
the
on
last time I died.
on the 5th floor of Dante's Inferno or something like that. I don't know.
Just think Danny Phantom.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh!
I
Okay.
do.
So two people jumped into the Fenton portal, right?
There we go.
And then, as time was warping and they were trying to get back out of the Fenton portal, one of them got sucked back into the ghost world, right? And the other one got trapped in there, becoming some sort of half-human, half-ghost hybrid. We'll call her, what should we name her? Kitty. We'll call her Kitty. And definitely not a real ghost that exists in that show. But anyway, she goes back into the real world, sees a human. Oh no, her friend from the ghost realm couldn't come with. Very sad. Meets the human. Well, let's turn him into a ghost so that he can come back with me. And then she dresses him up like a girl and then drags him along and forces him back into the portal, and they become friends. Happily ever after. He stays with her forever.
There you go.
That's an excellent story.
Great tale
Yeah,
of
that-
friends. Not
Murder,
the
but
easiest
yeah.
story to follow, but if you can, it's worth it.
It is. It's worth it. Tale of murder and woe. But friendship in the end.
It's beautiful, really.
I know. But, conveniently, thankfully, I didn't get Avenger again. But this one is a creature within 5 feet regains hit points to a Bardic Inspiration die. So,
Okay,
cool.
there you go. So you'll continue on through Tarsarian Wastes the next day. Use the same method where in the previous day you were getting less and less of Luna falling into holes and you guys pulling it out. As you're moving forward today, that starts to increase the frequency with which Luna
As it
falls.
starts to increase, I will cast Work on Water on the group.
Okay. Just in
And I
case.
will, yeah, and I'll hold on to the rope, and I'll try to step on to where I saw some of the sand sink to see if it does in fact work the way that I thought it would.
Let's check that spell and make sure. Because quicksand is watery. Real quicksand in real life is water-based, but this sand isn't.
I think it lists quicksand specifically.
It does. That's the reason why I used it, but I wasn't sure if that would still count because it's not technically quicksand.
I'll say since it sort of acts like a liquid when you step on it, that can work for this.
Alrighty.
Cool.
And I think you can even cast that as a ritual and avoid using the spell slot.
Yeah. I will go ahead and yes, I will do that. It'll take 10 minutes. But our ritual casted for all of us, and we can just go about our day.
Just walk no more sending Luna into the hole to find out what's dangerous and what isn't.
I hope she was still getting treats.
As many as you can find.
Lots of jerky.
I say as you're moving a little over halfway through your journey through the day, you'll crest up on the top of a large dune, or sort of obscuring your vision. And from the top of that dune, you should be able to see the city of New Sanctum, capital city of Tarsaria. When you look out, it's easy to pinpoint where it is because there is a reflection of sunlight. It's cascading off of a sharpened spire of twisted metal that's sticking up from the side of the city. And so you kind of sort of shade yourself from that pinpoint of light coming off of that reflection and get an idea of what the city looks like in the distance a little bit better. You'll see, and Hajite would know already that there is not a spire in New Sanctum. There is no tower with a bright light on top of it that you should be expecting. When you look at it and sort of focus your eyes a little bit more, you'll see it's part of the steel wall that makes up the perimeter of the city that has been torn open, and the metal itself twisted high up into the air, pulled open like a can opener. And that section of the wall is just carved and sticking up, and that place where it was torn off, where there would normally be rust and corrosion from the sands all around it, is bare steel that's reflecting the sun and causing that bright light in your eyes.
So how should it taste? This normal? Like that thing?
Not only is it not normal, that looks like a broken wall. Also, I was going to comment earlier, but more and more tunnels around everything that has civilization isn't cool.
That has
And
me
then
worried as well.
they thin out the further out you go, but as we got closer, it thickened again. That's uncommon as well. You're not really supposed to fall in the sand. And you're not supposed to be able to see into town.
Okay.
Well, then I think we have to make double time.
So, do you think it's gonna be safe to go in there or
Nope.
not? Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay. Wait. What do we do now then?
We're rested.
you're-
We go in, right?
Uh,
We gotta. Unless someone can get a bird's eye view or something.
I can't.
Catch the ball.
Huzzah!
It might take a little while. I don't know how far away we are.
Just a few miles. It's far enough away that you can see it, but you're not on top of it.
Well, I think we should make double time and get to the city as fast as possible then.
I'd like to see inside before just like running in, if we can. With that wall broken open, we have no idea what's in there.
All right, Kriv, what kind of eyes are we summoning?
I was figuring
Fish eyes.
hawk.
Send a fish.
Yeah,
Flop
I
on
got
the
a
ground.
good seahorse I can summon. An octopus, is that good?
We could get a hawk. That's no problem.
Yeah, they got advantage on looking.
So you'll summon your hawk. It appears like in a spiritual form, and then you force yourself to look through your hawk's eyes. for visual flair, when the hawk appears, it's like a quick gathering of a dark storm cloud, and then lightning flashes over it, and then it dissipates, and there's a hawk there. So you can make a perception check with advantage as your hawk flies over to New Sanctum.
Not gonna be that one. Okay. 12.
12 with advantage, really?
The other one was a natural 1.
Okay,
Oh,
that's fine.
oh.
12 is still decent enough to be able to see at least a few things. First thing that the hawk will notice on the approach is that hole in the wall where the wall itself has been torn open. You can see that it kind of tears inward and then spirals up. That spire is definitely the taller piece. It looks like it's kind of broken off at the other side of the wall where it's broken in. But the gap itself, judging from this height and sort of the distances you see in the buildings in the town below, is probably at least 200 feet wide, this gap in the wall. And the city that should have tens of thousands of people, miners and aristocrats and all kind of traders, anybody else that you would expect in a city, is barren. There is a path, almost the width of that hole in the wall, sort of carved through the city itself, of demolished buildings and ruined homes and rubble. It sort of comes in and then right back out through the hole again.
So it's like if somebody was controlling it to destroy it to a certain point and then back it out.
And no, like, don't see anything moving around down there or anything?
Nothing's moving.
No sign of life whatsoever. No movement at all.
Not a
Interesting.
fly. Not a hill of ants.
Holy
Wow, that hawk's amazing.
fuck. Yeah, it really is, right? Not even an ant.
Bird's eye
Can't
view.
even see it.
It
You
is
can't
the
see
ants.
ants. I don't think it's impressive to not be able to see ants, but you can't. See none. No sign of any life down there whatsoever. And that's where we're going to call it for this week.
Alright.
Hmm.
That's okay. I guess we found out why there's a shortage of iron. Hey, Ravi, once we get close to that place, just start stealing any type of iron you can get.
I don't think we need that diplomat's paper.
Hey, yeah,
No,
What?
probably not.
that's gone.
I get the feeling.
That's gone.
So
For
we
the
are.
record-
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, for the record, assuming I would just tell everyone everything, I would probably try to like grab Hachote's hand or something before just spilling the beans that her town's just destroyed and empty. Because I would assume that would suck to hear.
Big time suck.
Definitely.
As in, Crib knows it sucks to hear.
Oh man. Bonding.
Yeah.
We are not playing next week.
No.
We got that week off, but we will be back. Is that April 8th? Is that next Thursday?
Yeah.
That is correct.
We're all good for that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's not an April Fool's joke. It's not April Fool's today. Telling you today.
I'm flying for a week,
Yeah.
and then I'll be back.
Jason's going to
That's
be
pretty
sprouting
funny.
his
That would
wings.
be an April 1st, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be, honestly, now that I think of it. But no, it's not. It's not.
So yeah, we'll be back here in 2 weeks. Thank you guys for playing. That was pretty good. Nice job on the carrion crawlers.
I honestly thought I was a goner. Like, they were going to take me away. Honestly, in my mind, it was, okay, they're going to continue next week without me, and they're going to do try to find me.
Side story, finding
Yeah,
Arvestein.
side story,
Oh.
finding Arvestein.
I wish they had got you. Dang. Okay, well.
As we're looking at the city, just
You just get sucked into the ground.
Well, Arvestein is gone. Luna's going crazy because she can't find Arvestein.
She could smell him.
Yep, she does. She has that ability.
All right, until then, that's the end of this episode. So we're say goodbye to
Yep.
all the people.
The
Have a good one.
Bye.